1984 is a dystopian novel that was written by George Orwell in 1949. The book is set in a future world where a totalitarian government called the Party has complete control over every aspect of people's lives. The story follows the life of a man named Winston Smith, who works as a low-ranking member of the Party's propaganda department. As Winston begins to question the Party's authority and rebel against its oppressive regime, he becomes drawn into a dangerous world of subversion and resistance. The novel is set in a fictional country called Oceania, which is one of 3 superstates that are constantly at war with each other. The government of Oceania is controlled by a figure known as Big Brother, who is worshipped as a godlike figure by the population. The Party uses a variety of tactics to maintain its power, including censorship, propaganda, and brutal repression. Winston Smith is a quiet and unassuming man who secretly harbors thoughts of rebellion against the Party. He works at the Ministry of Truth, where he is tasked with altering historical records to fit the Party's propaganda. Winston begins to keep a secret diary in which he records his thoughts and feelings about the oppressive regime. He also begins a forbidden relationship with a woman named Julia, who shares his hatred of the Party. As Winston becomes more involved in the resistance movement, he comes into contact with a mysterious figure named O'Brien, who he believes is a member of the Brotherhood, a group dedicated to overthrowing the Party. However, Winston's rebellion is eventually discovered by the Party, and he is subjected to a brutal interrogation and torture. Through his torture, Winston comes to realize the true power of the Party and the extent of its control over people's thoughts and actions. The novel ends with Winston's complete submission to the Party and his embrace of its ideology. He comes to love Big Brother and accept the Party's propaganda, effectively erasing all traces of his former rebellion and individuality. One of the key themes of 1984 is the dangers of totalitarianism and the importance of individual freedom. Orwell uses the character of Winston to explore the psychological effects of living under a repressive regime, as well as the ways in which people can resist and rebel against oppressive power. The novel is a powerful critique of authoritarianism and a warning about the dangers of giving up individual freedom in the pursuit of security. Another important theme in the novel is the power of language and propaganda. The Party uses a form of newspeak, a language designed to limit people's ability to think critically and express dissenting ideas. The Party also uses propaganda and censorship to control the information that people receive, and to shape their understanding of the world. Orwell shows how the manipulation of language and information can be used to control people's thoughts and actions, and to maintain power over them. The character of Big Brother is a symbol of the all-powerful state and the cult of personality that often accompanies totalitarian regimes. The Party uses Big Brother to create a sense of fear and reverence among the population, and to justify its brutal methods of control. Big Brother is also a symbol of the dehumanization and loss of individual identity that can occur under authoritarianism. The novel is also notable for its portrayal of the relationship between Winston and Julia. Their forbidden love represents a form of rebellion against the Party's strict rules and regulations. However, their relationship ultimately fails because they are unable to escape the Party's control and the power of its ideology. In conclusion, 1984 is a powerful and influential novel that continues to resonate with readers today. Its themes of totalitarianism, individual freedom, language, and propaganda are just as relevant in the modern world as Orwell's writing in 1984 is often characterized by its stark, minimalist style, which emphasizes the bleakness and brutality of the world he is depicting. The novel is full of striking images and powerful metaphors that convey the horror of living under a totalitarian regime. For example, the image of the telescreen, a device that is both a television and a surveillance camera, is a powerful symbol of the Party's ability to control every aspect of people's lives. The Party's slogans, such as, "War is peace," and "Freedom is slavery," are examples of the newspeak language that is designed to limit people's ability to think critically and express dissenting ideas. One of the most memorable characters in the novel is the inner Party member O'Brien, who becomes Winston's mentor and torturer. O'Brien is a complex character who embodies the contradictions of the Party's ideology. On the one hand, he is a ruthless enforcer of the Party's will, who is willing to use any means necessary to maintain its power. On the other hand, he is a man who claims to be motivated by a desire to bring about a utopian society in which all people are equal and free. O'Brien's character is a testament to the power of ideology to warp people's perceptions of reality and justify even the most heinous acts. Another key aspect of 1984 is the way in which it critiques the role of technology in modern society. The telescreen, the thought police, and the other tools of surveillance and control used by the party are all examples of the ways in which technology can be used to erode individual freedom and privacy. Orwell's warnings about the dangers of technology and the need to guard against its misuse are as relevant today as they were when the book was first published. The novel also contains a number of memorable scenes and set pieces that convey the horror of living in a totalitarian regime. For example, the scene in which Winston is tortured and brainwashed by the party is a harrowing portrayal of the effects of psychological manipulation and torture. The scene in which Winston reads Goldstein's book, which reveals the true nature of the party and its methods of control, is a powerful critique of propaganda and censorship. In addition to its political themes, 1984 is also a meditation on the nature of reality and the human experience. Winston's struggle to hold on to his own sense of reality in the face of the party's attempts to control his thoughts and perceptions is a powerful metaphor for the way in which people can be shaped and molded by their environment. The novel also contains several references to philosophy and literature, including the works of Shakespeare, which suggest that Orwell was interested in exploring the deeper questions of human existence and the nature of reality. Despite its bleak and pessimistic view of human nature, 1984 also contains elements of hope and resistance. Winston's rebellion against the party, however doomed it may ultimately be, is a testament to the human spirit's capacity for resistance and defiance. The novel suggests that even in the face of overwhelming oppression and control, individuals can still find ways to resist and rebel against their oppressors. In conclusion, 1984 is a powerful and influential novel that continues to resonate with readers today. Its themes of totalitarianism, individual freedom, language, propaganda, and technology are just as relevant in the modern world as they were when the book was first published. The novel's stark, minimalist style and powerful imagery make it a gripping and unforgettable read, while its message of hope and resistance provides a powerful call to action for readers. 1984 is a timeless masterpiece of dystopian fiction that remains essential reading for anyone interested in the nature of power, control,